Okay. Alright, y'all are unmuted.
Hello, world. How you been?
Like say.
Man, y'all won't believe what happened last week.
Nah,
So,
chill.
after helping out Jim in Barrow's outpost in the Quiet Lands, you traveled southward towards Thistle Bridge, and in your travels, you were ambushed by a would-be assassin. And though the assassin and his pack of hounds was defeated, Az did fall in the battle, but was
It was a heroic fall.
was saved, I believe, and he rolled and didn't get any scars. So y'all did you consume the phoenix feather though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but after that,
I
y'all.
died saving others. That's beautiful.
Yes, it was. It was cool.
If
After.
you just killed the dude, you wouldn't have died.
Oh my god. Hey,
Sorry, I
mean,
couldn't do
Tuglow
more
was
than
literally
58 points of damage in a single attack. I apologize.
Tuglow was standing there drinking potions, not attacking shit. So
Yeah, because I couldn't hit these motherfuckers, dude. What you want me to do? I need new dice. Help us. Emus need to bless my dice.
you
Good
just need to
Lord.
get some dice. Stop using that machine,
Look at it.
because then you find some that are like roll really good, and then it's like, okay, I'll just use these all the time.
I'm gonna be 30 sets of dice in.
Well, I like
I still ain't found one that rolls good.
I sentimentally like to use my D20, like my first D20, but it rolls really good.
That must have been the one that you used. Oh yeah, last week.
That's the one I always use.
Tell him last week.
Oh, just
What you do last week?
two,
The back to back.
the two natural 20s in a row against you guys.
Yep.
So
Fucked our
that's
ass.
No,
that actually
no,
is what
not
killed
you guys,
Az.
against me, guy.
No,
Okay,
he rolled
I
one
got
against
attacked.
me too.
I say
I
one,
got attacked twice.
but I think one was with Tuglow and one was with you.
Yep.
Tuglow's was I think was the hounds though,
Yeah.
and
mine was
then
the
yours
hounds.
was the the bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, you had the boss battle going on at one place, and the sidekick battle going on at the other spot.
The
That's
bu-
crazy because both of them was on top of me, and you were 51 feet up in the air.
Yes, because I got bitch slapped by a fucking nat 20. What you mean? What would I do? If I didn't have that, I would have been dead. Damn, bro.
You did die.
Hey.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'll say
Oh yeah, that's true.
You could have sacked yourself and then died.
they
And I still have my potions.
dude did double your severe threshold. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was a sick as fuck fight though. On the real.
But anyway, so you had arrived at the beginning of Thistle Bridge, which is like, from what you can see so far, is just like a huge, massive like branches, or not, more like roots, I would say, of trees that are like interconnected, and it's literally forming this massive bridge. Maybe like, it varies in width at places, but I mean, like, it seems like it's never smaller than 20 feet wide, 20 feet of area to travel through. And sometimes it's wider, and but y'all are at like the beginning of it. And it is... Ooh. Ethy 9.
Yes.
So what are y'all doing? You're at the beginnings of Thistle Ridge. Did we? Is everybody? I think everybody's healed up and stuff.
Yes, I'm on my end at least. I'm okay. I'm better.
Is it the 9th? Did we rest already, or is it like you haven't?
Rest.
You did so the 9th is like the morning. So
Yes.
I
'Cause,
assume
we rezzed as in the morning, and then we did our fix 'em ups, and then we ended. At least, I believe that's what happened.
well, it was like you rezzed as, and then it was a day of travel, and then you were there, right?
No.
Because you got attacked in the evening time.
Yeah. We res him the next morning. We travel.
Well, you
we
didn't.
make
You
camp
didn't
for
res
the
him the
night.
next
No.
morning. He was
No.
revived.
yeah.
He wasn't revived because he never fully died. He was more like knocked unconscious. But like that, not instantly he was brought back. So, and then rested. Took literally the next day was just, oh, you're traveling, and so Thistle Bridge, I would say would be, it would be like the evening is when you get there, and so you could basically, we can just say it's the morning.
That's perfect. We can just get on the bridge, see what it's like, get ourselves an inn, get the gist of the people here.
Word.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I got some stuff to do here.
As you travel, the bridge just kind of, it's fairly straight, but it kind of slowly winds, just like a very natural, like winding. And, the width of it varies from place to place. But after traveling for, like a good part of the morning, I would say, you begin to see buildings, constructed from what looks to be like really old stone. But it's like none are perfectly cut. It almost looks like, and like knowing the history of the area, Tuglow, it might be like, the remnants of what once was here has been used to make like the buildings that are here now. And they're just kind of like woven into like the wooden root system of this bridge. And as you like come into these populated areas, it gets like pretty wide at some points. Now it's not like massively wide, like it's not like a mile wide or anything like that, but it's like
It's like a corridor of.
I would say it's like a
Of
few
population.
100 feet, maybe like 200 to 300 feet, like 100 meters, in width at the biggest parts. That allows for a couple of buildings deep on both sides of like a central walkway. So you get the sense that like, things, you might have to walk to get certain things because you can only have so much in one area. Like the closer you get, the more people you see, like using the main road and like, small shops and things like that. There aren't like many, there aren't many vendors in the streets. It's mostly like businesses, I would say.
So it's like a waypoint for travelers. I guess there is a population that lives here for business,
There's
commerce.
There is actually a good population that lives here, and Tuglow would know because she's walked through before. But there is a good sized population that lives here. And like from where it starts being like buildings and stuff, it's probably, you know, like let's see. I would say, so basically Thistle Bridge is 2 towers. They call them what I say, the East Tower. Yeah, East Tower and West Tower, and it's basically like 2 micro cities on each end of the bridge. Like each one is several miles long of inhabitants and businesses and things like that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Not like by several, I mean like 2-3 miles. It's not like crazy. Like you could walk from one end to the other in, you know, I don't know.
But for instance,
That's a typical walk is like an hour.
Feel larger. It would feel larger than Barrow's outpost.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And there's also like, you notice some people like as you're like getting into the thick of it, you notice there are some like openings and people are like walking down. So you can assume that there's also like
levels.
maybe another level underneath worth of like stuff, you know. In what is considered West Tower right now, there is like kind of as you continue to move into the city, there is a very large tower made from that same kind of like reclaimed stone look, that kind of towers above, you know, the other parts, and there's like these huge thick vine root like, you know, growth coming down from the tower, kind of like anchoring it all together on the bridge. But you are in what would be East Tower, Thistle Bridge. What you doing?
Wait, so the left side is
Uh,
East Tower?
yeah,
West.
West Tower. Sorry.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm looking. Well, first, I'd like to see if there's anywhere that can make me some type of armor with the beetle head that I got.
Okay.
If there's any kind of shop like that around here.
I would say you do recall when as is requested things being made, it takes a while. So unless you're planning on staying in this area for a long time, it may or may not be beneficial.
Let's
Is
there-
inquire about it, Miss Lowe.
Right, you can definitely ask about it, but I'm just kind of giving you a
Mhm.
heads up.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not like 30 minutes later I'm like, oh, that'll take two weeks to make,
Right,
you know, a week to
right.
make, you know.
Right.
You know, if we have a good feeling about the person making it, and if it proposes something interesting, I mean, I don't mind staying here for 2 weeks. It's not like,
Oh, I definitely mind staying
It's
here for
life.
2 weeks.
oh, really?
Yeah. Because I'm so close to home. You know, if I'm gonna stay somewhere, I'd like to stay at my own house. For
I
2
mean, so
weeks.
close.
Yeah.
It's still a long way.
Yeah, but do not forget.
many
I
weeks
do
of
have
travel.
Teleport. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Got that
I mean,
teleport now.
to-
Don't play.
To just for reference, yeah, you're probably like a week and a half away from Keylong, give or take.
Bird. In that case, I want to find a potion shop.
Okay. make how are you just gonna like look for it? Or are you gonna ask somebody?
Are there any guards
No, let's-
around the
There aren't.
entrance?
There aren't guards, but you do notice these like hooded figures, that have kind of like not necessarily robes, but like almost like trench coats, but they tie completely like in the middle, and then but it's flared at the
Oh.
bottom.
That's
And they have like just like a, what is it, a pauldron, like a shoulder armor, and like a simple,
yeah.
like very like not meant so for them to be able to still move around a lot. You see a lot of figures dressed in this same garb, and they all seem to have some kind of like insignia.
Oh, that's a fancy insignia.
It's
I want to go talk to one of them fellas.
okay. So you approach one, and they just kind of give you a look, and they're like, "Good day."
Good day, sir.
Hello, sir.
I was wondering if you could point me and my company to the nearest potion shop.
He says, "Why did I not put potion shops on? Here we go." He thinks, and he's like, I don't buy potions a lot. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I get I got a bunch of shop names, and then we get potion shops, and I should have freaking known.
Maybe there are no potion shops.
Oh, there's a potion shop.
My man's gonna say, he's gonna enter the shop and he's gonna say, I was the student of that fucking lady.
Oh God.
I have done my fair share of work.
Ah, man, what was it? What was old Priv? Ah,
Mhm.
Old
Fucking
Priv.
Priv.
Man, that shit was funny. I miss Priv. Hope she doing good.
And all these suck. What the hell? He's like, yeah, there's a. He's like, if you go down to the lower level, go about quarter mile, down the bridge. There's a little potion shop there called Twig and Berries.
Twig and berries.
He's like, ask for he's like, Chet's. There's a guy named Chet's that runs the shop. He should be there.
Okay, will do. I will head that way. Thank you very much.
I do have a few more questions though.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's a pretty interesting place you got here. It's the first time I've came here. I'm very impressed with the place.
Well, thank you. It's it's not my place, but we try to keep it safe. But yeah, it's
Are you sanctioned? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Are you sanctioned by a type of authority who's like I said, I'm new here, so I'm kind of wondering how things work. If is there any spots that people traveling through here go to that's special about this place?
Not necessarily. I mean, Master Pormog is, highly sought after for counsel and his matters on things of the arcane and nature-based affinities as well, and but other than that, it's just a good stopping point. It's a long way past here, it's a long way to Keelong. So,
Mm.
and that
Any famous dish from around that we can try?
not a dish specifically, but there's quite a few items made with thistleberries.
Thistleberries.
Yes, yeah. You could always try to find a shop that they have candies and cakes and pies and all sorts of things.
Are those native to this bridge?
Yeah, they are actually.
Interesting. And this insignia that you wear on yourself, is this sanctioned by the master Portmog? I think you said.
Yes, yeah. He's well, he technically like owns the bridge and is in charge of us. It's his house, I guess you could say.
His house. Huh. That's an interesting way to put it.
Well, there aren't a ton of places where it's one singular person has control over a whole area like that,
Yeah,
but it's
that is very interesting.
he's a good man from what I can tell, and treats everybody perfectly fine.
I myself am from Port Fortune, and I show him the badge of Port Fortune. Are you familiar with the place?
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with it. Which I mean, that something like that is, it's good to have, but it doesn't really carry much weight around here.
Yeah, of course. But maybe your Master Portmog knows Lady Imaris from Port Fortune.
I'm unfamiliar with who that is, but
Oh,
you never know. Sure.
okay.
Do you think you
Thank you
could
very.
find us a way to seek an audience with Pormog, Master Pormog?
If you go to the East Tower, the West Tower itself, that is where that's one of his offices, I guess you could say. I'm sure you can make an appointment there.
Nice, very nice.
Oh yeah.
I take a coin out of my pocket and I put it in his hand and said, "Thank you for the the direction and things. Very much appreciated."
Which he doesn't. I would say he doesn't allow you to do that. Like he wouldn't just hold his hand. He wouldn't like hold his hand out for it or anything. But like you like offer it to him, and he's like, no. He's like, it's no problem. That's what we're here for. We're here to help. So.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you have a good day.
You as well.
Would you want to go check out the West Tower while I go to the potion shop, or do you want to go with me to the potion shop?
No, you can go ahead. I will try to get us an appointment, if possible.
Sure.
Maybe we can meet. Then we didn't ask him about an inn.
I'm sure you could find one from when you go to the West Tower, and I can just meet you there. Do I know of any
there's
inns
not more than
since I've traveled through here?
Yes. They're like they don't have any like super huge inns, I would say. It's more of a place of a lot of smaller inns, or maybe it's literally more like Airbnb style, like people have an extra like room, or somebody has like a house, a smaller house size building that's turned into a place to stay. And then like there are drinking establishments that serve that purpose alone.
Gotcha.
You can like you know, the buildings. None of the buildings are massive. There are some bigger ones, where maybe it looks like what would be two buildings is made one big one. You know, something like that. But let's see if we can find.
Oh, damn! I don't have a last name.
Go for it. I'll give you a second to. The last time you had come through, you had stayed at a place called the Praying Moon.
A-Y or E-Y?
Huh?
Praying like...
A-Y.
Praying mantis?
With an A.
Gotcha.
The Prey Praying Moon is on the other side of town, and it offers other services.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Not really.
Maybe praying on a different type of moon.
You're right.
Yeah, so as the last time I stayed here, I stayed at a place called the Praying Moon. It seemed like a fine establishment. I don't think there was anything too extravagant about it, but you know, I got the job done. So if you want to meet there for maybe a resting area after going to the West Tower.
Sounds good. How's your before you head to the shop? How's your purse looking?
I still have the 2 bags that you gave me, and then I have 4 bags of my own.
Okay, I guess that should be enough for some potions.
Well, I'll be using it to look for a potion making kit.
Okay.
Because that
If
was
you
the
find
reason you gave
something
me.
along the way that might interest you, you know, feel free to tell me when we're back at the Praying Moon.
Well, please, if you are able to gather an audience with Master Pormog, tell him the Low family sends our regards.
The Low family?
The Low family.
Okay, will do.
Man, look, don't do that. Don't do that.
So,
What?
so
What?
You
Is your name-
No.
is your
First
name
name Tug.
Tuglow Low or
Your first name Tug, last name Low, bro. Make it easy on me.
Lord have mercy.
And mercy he shall have.
Oh, excuse me. Help us. All right. So what are y'all doing again?
I'm heading to.
Y'all can never do anything
The-
together. Freaking nerds.
I'm heading to Twig and Berries.
Twig and berry. All right, so you go down to the lower level and walk along for a while until you see a little sign on a building that says Twig and Berries. You go in and what did I say that guy's name was?
Pets.
Chet's, there he is. Move him over to. Sorry.
Oh, you good, bro? You know me, sorry, bro.
Silveridge. Twig. So you go into the door, and you're greeted with like a very earthy floral smell, with like a very fruity smell as well. There's all sorts of like little vials, and there's also like just like what looks like foodstuffs, like preserved berries and things like that. There's a halfling man kind of over in the corner, you know, messing with some inventory, and as you come in, he just kind of turns and looks. He's like, "Oh, welcome. What can I help you with?"
Good day, sir.
Good day.
I was traveling through Thistlebridge, and I was hoping to find a potion making kit.
Well, he says, I don't have anything in the way of like kits to sell. You know, I have my own personal that I use to make a potion here and there. Yeah, I apologize. I don't have any kits, I would say.
Oh, no worries. Do you by chance have any materials to make potions?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Would I be able to purchase some from you today?
Sure. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Did I tell you how much it was?
How much what was?
Like buying potion stuff?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I only have the novice potion making kit,
Right.
and that's it.
He's okay, he asked how many do you need? It'd be 40 apiece.
40 apiece.
Like 40 will get you the ingredients for one potion,
For
basically.
one potion. Okay. Do you think that... Do you have enough to make 4 potions?
Sure.
Wonderful.
That would be 160. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me look at something real quick. Would you be able to do maybe 140?
Make a presence roll.
And do I get advantage for that?
I believe so.
Yes. No. Or I was letting you know, like,
Hmm.
I'm getting advantage on it.
Got you.
Also, this is how it works now. Okay.
No, it's... Well, honestly, I would
Oh,
prefer you say I'm getting advantage because of
Oh, okay.
X. You know, because of privilege. You know, my highborn privilege
My
or
highborn privilege, yeah.
my heart of a poet, you know.
Okay, gotcha. Good. I'm getting advantage on this roll because of my highborn community trait
Right.
privilege.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, you can literally just say because I'm highborn, and then if I want to look at it, that just lets me know where to look.
Okay.
You don't have to, like,
Okay.
There's no script that you
Every
have
little-
to say. Right.
okay.
Just
Okay. So I rolled an 18 with hope.
take your hope.
Okay.
And he says, you know what? I think I can. I think I can do that for you.
Wonderful.
So mark your 140, and you have enough to make 4 potions.
3, 4. Okay. But we got materials to buy.
As you wander your way to the large boat, and I'm not saying you're done, Tuglow, but I'm just
Right. Yeah.
as
Yeah,
you you know, make your way to the huge building sticking up above everything else. As you get closer, you see it's actually you walk through the tower, that like the road goes through the bottom of the tower. And as you come to the tower, you see there's like a walkway that kind of goes around it. There are no entrances like through the tunnel or anything, so you walk around to one side and there's a door there.
I knock on the door.
There is no answer.
I tried opening it.
It opens.
Oh. It opens, okay.
And it kind of opens into this like large, space, kind of like a reception area style maybe. It's interesting because like the nature of the construction of these like buildings and things, it's very rough. Like the stone isn't cut to fit. It's like, salvage stone, and nature is what's like holding all this stuff together. But the interior of the building still like looks really nice in its own kind of natural way. There is someone seated at like a large wooden desk kind of in the center of the room. There look to be a couple of like open doorways on either side.
I approach to see the person at the desk.
As you would come in, they were kind of looking at you, and as you approach, they're just like, "May I help you?"
Yes, good day to you, my fine people. I'm looking to have an audience with Master Porkmog.
Sure. Might I ask the nature of the inquiry? For what reason would you like to see?
It is a little bit. It's a case of a sensitive nature. I would prefer to discuss it in private, though.
The receptionist kind of looks around, and you notice there is no one else in the room. And she's like, "It's private now. You'd like to let me know? I need to know in order to, we have to field these kind of things. We can't just let every random person that asks to see,
Are you aware of Lady Emeris in Port Fortune?
Oh, yes.
I take out my badge and I put it on the table.
Okay.
And I try to smiling at her, I try to have a soothing appearance that I'm no threat and there's nothing wrong. And I'm just saying, we are on a journey to Keelong, and we have had to deal with some devilish influenced people and creatures. The Council of Master Portmog would be much appreciated in our endeavor and efforts to combat these beings and other affiliated groups.
She kind of looks at you and is like, she's like, "Okay, come back tomorrow. I will check on these things that you say, and if any of it's true, there's no doubt that he can see you tomorrow. But let me, contact Emeris and, just double check on things."
Oh, you can contact her? Well, please send us my regards and our regards. And a friend of my company said that the Low family sends their regards. I don't know if that means anything to you.
I will pass it
the
along.
message. All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. we'll see you tomorrow.
You have a good day.
You as well.
I walk back.
Tuglow,
Yes, sir.
anything else you need to do at the potion shop, or were you done?
Are there any in? I'm gonna ask Chet's. Are there any kind of trinkets or items that may increase a potion's effectiveness?
Chet's is like, to my knowledge, no. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but usually the easiest path to that is to get better potions.
Gotcha. While I'm here, speaking of better potions, you seem to have a very fine establishment here. How much do your potions run?
Potions are 50. Then that's like
No.
a health, regular health potion.
Ooh,
Or a whatever the base one.
Oh. Damn. Okay.
I also have some potions of stamina.
What is it? Stamina?
Or the minor staminas, I guess.
I have an idea.
A stamina is a stress potion.
Oh.
Sure.
Hmm.
Now that we're actually deeper in the game and y'all are using stress more. Like when you're first starting off, everybody's like, "Why the fuck would I take a stamina potion?"
Right. No. Yeah. 100%.
But now it's like, okay, wait, hold on.
Oh, it actually has some value.
Right.
Yeah. Like it actually makes sense why that's a thing. And you said 50 for a minor health potion?
Mm-hmm. Like the baseline
How
one.
much? Right. I think I'll have to. If I'm ever in this neck of the woods, Chet's, I will. I'll stop by. But I think for today, I will be done here.
All right.
I very much appreciate your business, Master Chet's, and I will see you again another time.
Sounds great. What was your name?
Tuglow.
Tuglow. Well, nice to meet you. Hope to see you again. Hope to do business again.
Yes, sir. Likewise. Then I guess I'll make my way to the Praying Moon.
Okay. Which you're kind of able to, you actually have to you walk down a little bit further and come up out of the lower level, and then you have to walk back, the other way.
Right.
As you would come out and then kind of continued on past the tower a little bit, and then, Tuglow tried to explain it to you. Make a just for fun. We'll just make it a reaction roll, so it's not no hope or fear, but just for funsies. Let's do knowledge. You're comprehending what she was telling you, trying to recall it. Make a knowledge, which I guess is good for you. 19. Oh, okay. Without trouble, you're like, okay, Tuglow said, about this far past the thing, it's got a green flag outside, you just you just walk right to it. In Tuglow, you do manage to find your way back to it as well. We'll just say Samlin was tagging along and he's with somebody. So
appears in front of the place.
Samlin had went ahead to the place to check in and get y'all's rooms sorted. Which
yeah.
this specific building is on the larger side, but it only has like 4 rooms, and so there were only 2 available. So Samlin got the 2 rooms, and like as y'all arrive, he's like, "As I guess me and you are gonna bunk together, and we'll let Tuglow have her own room, or excuse me, Tug, since apparently
Bro, just
her
don't,
name is
don't
now."
start that.
No,
Oh my
but
What time is it?
I mean, the day is, yeah, that's probably only, I mean, if you got up at like 8 o'clock, it's probably like 1 after you got in town around noon, spent the last hour or
We
so.
have the whole afternoon for us.
Right.
That's nice. Well, okay, so Mislo, I was able to secure us an appointment tomorrow, so I guess we can go towards the middle to the end of the morning, just to be thorough. They were the receptionist was kind of thorough with the reason for why we would be able to have a meeting with Master Portmog. She's apparently gonna contact Lady Emeris to validate our credentials, so we can have an audience.
Yes.
And
So yeah,
Tuglow would say that, you know, because of your like parents, that kind of seems normal status for like
Right.
people of like this is essentially the sole leader of this area that is, you know, its own little economic thing here, and he literally connects the 2 halves of the, you know, or the top 3 quarters and the bottom quarter of the Chorus Confederacy. Like,
Right.
without his bridge, basically, it would be forced to be traversed by boat and things like that.
Right.
So he's a high profile guy.
Yeah.
I also passed on the message that you asked me to deliver. I don't know that it had any effects though.
Yeah, no worries. It was just more. It was more so for whenever he gets the message. Just that to give us some kind of what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't want to say it like that, but just some like street cred, basically. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for though.
You're using
I'm not sure I understand.
OOC.
what
You're
you
using
mean.
your highborn status.
Yes. Well, it's the status, but you know he's worked with the leader of Keelong. My father works for the leader, and so I'm sure that my father has either met with, you know, his representatives,
There's definitely,
or you know he's maybe
Samlin's
come in
like, there's
contact
probably a
with my
chance,
father,
you know.
you know,
maybe.
So just in case he has, at least that he'll know that, you know, we're not complete strangers or, you know, complete random people.
Have you found interesting anything interesting in your shop?
Unfortunately, they didn't have a potion making kit, so I still have the novice one. But I was able to claim some supplies enough to make 4 potions. So I'm sure within the next couple days I'll be able to hopefully at least make 1 or 2 potions, and just to kind of restock on our potion supplies. I didn't really find anything else that was intriguing. It was kind of unfortunate because 50 gold for a minor potion. you know.
It's the same price as it's been everywhere else.
Wait, has it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been 50 this whole time. I haven't changed it for. I think I had one guy say 60,
Oh man.
and you were like 50, and I think he was like, okay, like.
I
I will go ahead and like 50, totally reasonable, or 50 is the going rate. Now that doesn't mean literally like you did that time. You can totally ask for a discount, but 50 is not a ripoff. 50 is like market average, I guess you could say. And then for like the next level, I would say for each level, it's like add 30 to 40, the 30 to 50 gold to increase. So like, you know, a regular healing potion might be like 80, 90, 100.
Okay.
Like the super ones, you know, you're getting into the 140, 150 range.
Heard. Okay, yeah. I thought this whole time, they was trying to make a profit off of me. 30 gold profit.
No.
Hey, brother, let's cut that down, partner. Okay, I got you.
It's you know, it's a very sought after thing. It just has a naturally high, you know. And realistically, like, the ingredients aren't super easy to come by. And like, when they're selling you ingredients, they're selling the ingredients for a profit, yeah, but realistically they're not making 50 gold off the potion.
Yeah, considering one potion
Like supplies is like
40,
and maybe they bought it for 30 gold, you know,
Right,
and they're making 10
yeah.
gold. And they're like, oh, if I make it and sell it as a potion, I get 20 gold, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's still, even all things considered, 50 gold for a potion, that's still like a premium item. Because
Right.
a lot of things are very, very cheaper. Like that's
Well,
I
like,
don't know what's the average rate of a job is, but
I would
that
say
ain't something that you just chug every hour.
in this, I'm not.
Right.
I feel good about it.
I'm thinking like gold isn't quite as like valuable as in D&D, because we don't really deal in copper and silver. It's just kind of like a gold is like $1 is kind of how I think of it, you know. So, you know, oh, a piece of bread's like, oh, you want a loaf of bread? It's a gold piece, you know. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to say, oh, a tavern, a hotel is going to be 150 gold a night, because that's like how much a hotel costs in real life, but, you know.
Gotcha, yeah. I gotcha. Yeah,
I hate the burden of
50
money.
is not bad.
Yeah, but like I said, you're more than welcome to ask for your discounts, and you know, I think I've told you before, the more severe of a discount you ask for, the harder generally how I work it, the harder the roll is going to be.
Noted, heard.
But yeah, 20 gold off of 4 potions ain't too crazy of an ask. But anyway,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no, you go ahead.
I should still. So you remember back in Oaken, I bought some wood supplies that stay in my cart. So, why are you laughing, man? I'm trying to be. Okay, you got me upset now.
What? Finish what you're saying.
I'm trying to live my life here, and this man goes yawning on me.
What about your stuff?
It should be in the back. It should be in the cart. Normally, it's here.
Okay.
I would like to go look around for a. Don't smirk on me like that. What the fuck, guys? What the shit? What is
You're
wrong
not
with
allowed to
y'all?
smirk, dude.
No, you ain't allowed. I'm trying to make a living here. What the fuck?
To make your living.
Bro, you got so much fucking money. It's not even funny.
Exactly. Yeah, make your living, man.
But yeah, what do you want to do?
Yeah, but
what are you
I'm
looking
working
for?
for it.
What are you
Let
looking
me
for?
be entertained.
I would
Let
like-
me be
I would
entertained.
like- I would like to I would like to go out and look for a trading post or
Okay.
some kind of business that deals in goods and services.
Okay.
Maybe we can go find a guild if there's a guild around for work. I don't know, but at the very least, going to find one of those wholesale merchants that I can maybe sell my wood here, or see what the profit would be here, and decide if I sell it here or at Keelong.
Okay. I like that. So,
And Miss Lowe, if you want to haggle on my behalf, I'll be more than happy to give you a share of the profit.
I would actually love to join you. Yeah, I'd like to join you. On the Endeavor.
There is 10 pieces of high quality wood. Usually serves the purpose of bow making, but it's just wood and we can sell it as is, and it cost it. I bought it back in Oaken for 120 gold
In total for the 10 or
for the 10.
okay. A lot. 10. I'm just gonna say planks. What the? Let's see if I can cook.
so
And I'm either looking to sell or to trade for thistleberries. I'm doing my what is it? What that anime again?
Oh, Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf. I'm doing my my Spice and Wolf moves.
all right, y'all get that weeb shit out of here.
It's
Not
actually
really.
also an anime.
Not. I'm just kidding. So, you kind of go out into the street and you just kind of ask if there's like a pawn or trade shop. Sounds kind of like what you're looking for, right? Maybe. What
Yeah.
kind of shop
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
looking
yeah.
for?
A
Or are
business.
you looking for
I'm looking for a trade company, basically. Like since okay, my assumption is since this is a midpoint between travelers, between places, and there is only this place that you take, there has to be some kind of business.
there
one
aren't as many like
people going from
I was gonna say there aren't as many like shipping, like you know how in Port Fortune like Yabatu has a shipping company. There aren't that many shipping companies on Thistlebridge, I would say.
yeah, I would assume that there is only a limited number, but that cornered the whole market because people from Keelong would go up to here to sell, and then you would have people buying from here to export further because it's like a one-way
Generally,
point. So that's my assumption.
It's more of a this is more of like a stop through area. It's not a like generally if something's sent by land, it just goes through. It doesn't like stop and change.
Okay. Well,
It's
my
it's
assumption
literally
was
like a
incorrect.
it's a bridge. It's a they the and as you ask around, there are a lot of like I would say maybe like craft stores that make like, and of course tool shops that make like fishing gear and things like that, because there are spots in Thistle Bridge that you can kind of go down to the water level, and so there is like a small like boating thing. It's not like big shipping ships, more like small fishing boats kind of style stuff. And then there's a lot of pawn and trade stores, because of it is very lucrative to dive and search the ruins beneath Thistle Bridge. So there are many like kind of pawn and trade shops.
I think I found.
Miss Lowe, you
just heard
fancy,
what I wanted. Yeah.
You fancy a little dive, Miss Lowe? I can grab you with me. We'll be at the bottom in 2 seconds. Easy.
I definitely would not mind going for a swim.
That is very interesting information.
Oh, actually. Okay, cool.
That means maybe diving equipment or diving potion, breathing under the water potion. You don't have that, Miss Snow? Can you not do that?
Excuse me.
I'm still gonna inquire anyway. My other assumption is if they use wood, they probably use wood from this bridge, but this wood might not be the same as the one I'm bringing in. So maybe it has value.
Make a knowledge roll. Or let me ask you, if you'd like to, you can make a knowledge roll to think of ways that this wood could be sold. And I'll maybe give you some insight into some lucrative ways that you could get rid of it. If you want to take that chance.
I will take that chance.
Okay.
And I will give it a little bit of flavor by asking Miss Lowe about her knowledge of the place and her general knowledge. Maybe she can point me to she can give me some good insight on that. You want this with
so
open fear?
Yes.
Okay.
Question for you.
Uh-huh.
On my wordsmith section, the very bottom one, it
Okay.
says, when you use your skills as a linguist to encourage or exhort an ally, could I give him advantage for that second line or no?
You can totally give him help an ally without spending hope. You can totally do that.
Would that give him advantage?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I would like to do that.
Nice.
Cool.
I would like to do that.
Perfect.
Oh.
So, I'll tell, as, at least from my, it wasn't a long stay, but we did spend 2-3 days as we were going through here, since it was my first time on Thistle Bridge. Just kind of what I saw in the shops here, at least what I try to remember, and just kind of the different little knickknacks and different stores that I'd seen, and maybe that will help him know what he's kind of looking to trade it for.
Right. Kind of tell him about like what industries and things happen in this area.
Right.
So go ahead and make your roll with advantage.
That's gonna be a 12 with hope.
That's with the D6?
That's with the D6, yes.
Damn. Which, take your hope.
Literally saved my roll.
Take the hope.
Nice.
I rolled a 3 hope, 2 fear, 5
Oh, wow.
5 on the D6.
Wow.
Okay, I came in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Oh, I have no hope anyway. Okay. And I can only do that for myself.
Oh, I forgot to roll my prayer die. Hold on. 2d4. Two.
While he's doing that,
Mhm.
do I know of any libraries in the area that would maybe have more insight on the lore or history of Thistlebridge and maybe the ruins? Is there any area like that?
Yes, I would say there are a couple of bookstores like you can ask around,
Mhm.
and there is a place called the Sea Scrolls.
That's cool name. Cool name.
And that is that specifically is a like a pawn and trade bookstore. So that's not something you could go in and just like read necessarily, but you can go and look and possibly buy something if it catches your interest.
Oh, let's go. Hell yeah, that'd be so cool, dude.
And then there is a library called the Mirage Athenium.
Mirage, spell that for me. Athenium.
Mirageatheneum.
Okay, got it.
And that is like a place of study with books available for people to read.
Cool, thank you.
Not really fiction, but like more historical, educational.
Right.
What'd you get? Did you add a prayer die, or are you just gonna wait?
No, I'm gonna had the 4.
Oh, nice.
So that's gonna be 16.
16. Yeah, with that, Tuglow, like, kind of mentioning a couple of things, you get a feeling that these pieces of wood would make really good blanks for fishing rods, which is a big industry here. Not exactly what you were thinking originally, but something like the flexibility of the wood that will bend and not break, and it kind of snaps back and gives some like rigidity, like that is desirable on fishing rods. So you think that maybe finding a shop that sells fishing equipment might be a good go.
Nice. Well, that's gonna be it. You wanna. So, Miss Low, thank you for your insight. Maybe we go. Maybe if that's okay with you, unless you have. Do you have things that you would like to attend to as well?
It's relatively early in the day.
Yeah.
I'll save what I want to do for later tonight. Because fishing is a big industry in this area. I definitely don't want to miss out on the possible experience of fishing on Thistlebridge. That was something I wasn't able to do as we were passing through here last time.
And apparently the ruins under the water is a very lucrative business, I gathered. So let's go down the levels, see what we come across.
Yeah, that works for me.
You are directed towards Just call it. You ask around, and what are you looking for? Are you just going down to the bottom? Or are you looking for the shop? What's
you know what? I'm gonna go all the way. I would like to go all the way down, and I'm gonna find some old dude fishing, and I'm gonna ask him where to go if I want some quality craftsmanship and things like that. Ain't no way a fisher wouldn't know that.
Okay. So
I can find the best chances at a store.
Gotcha.
At a good place.
So you kind of
Not a scammy place.
you make your way back towards because like the closest way down would probably be where the West Tower is. So you kind of go back towards the West Tower, and close by around the West Tower there's an opening to the bottom that goes down to the next level. And then basically what is right under the center of the tower, there is an opening, people coming in and out. It's like a pretty wide opening, and it's essentially a spiral. And as you begin to descend down, there are parts where like the roots of the tree are kind of like spread apart, and you can see out. And it's like you haven't really walked to the edge of it, but you kind of realize how high up in the air Thistle Bridge is. Like it's a good it's a good 100 feet, like 30 meters tall.
Okay.
To the lower level. So then you got like a little bit more. So like if you jumped off the side, it's like 120 feet. It's like a good long fall. Like 12-story tall building fall. But so it takes you a little while to kind of wind down, and then and you like kind of come out into what is essentially like these offshoots that kind of run out into the water, where there are boats tied up, there are people fishing. Yeah. And you find a like an elderly gentleman kind of sitting there. He's got like a little pouch.
Oh,
he's like reaching in and
just before this, I'm gonna take out my pipe and put in a little bit of that herb, of that, what is it called again? Hold on.
Was it Barrows High or something?
Barrows High.
What was it?
And I'm
Is that what I think that may have been what we called it? A little bit of that ganja.
A little bit of that dang.
yeah,
A little bit of that dang.
Barrows High. That's what I called it.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna put one hand in my belt and the other hand, up my smoke and just take like one puff and let it smoke itself. And casually gonna go to one of the gentlemen's who's also having a puff himself.
Okay.
Just to give me a little bit of a connection.
Gotcha. You takes a little extra minute or so, but you look around and you find you kind of wander around the dock with your hand on your belt and the other on the pipe, and walking by, and you see a guy kind of he's managing, like he's got like 3 fishing poles, like
Damn.
all kind of stuck down in like a little adapter that he has. And you see him kind of like watching the 3 intently, but he's puffing on a little pipe as well.
A little pipe.
I casually stand by him and look down at the water and take a very small puff again and just make a little sound with my mouth and look around, look at him, bow my head to him.
He
Like
kind of
that,
bows
silently.
bows his head back.
I close my head next to him and I whisper and I ask him, is this true that you scare the fish if you talk too loud?
He just kind of turns to you and like really loud. He's like, I always thought that was bullshit.
Oh, my bad. Okay. How you
Uh,
doing, sir?
I'm all right. How are you?
First time here. I've heard about the fishes, the ruins, and I just wanted to check for myself. And looking at this, at these waters, it soothes me. It's a nice place to be at.
He's like, yeah, it is, soothing is a good word for it.
What you smoking there? Smells interesting.
Just a little bit of thistleweed.
Thistleweed, you say?
Yeah.
That's okay. Want to try some of mine?
Sure, I guess.
It comes from a village up north in the lands called Barrow's Outpost. And I would figure that since you're here, since I'm here, two gentlemen sharing a pipe.
Wait, what?
What?
He's like, tell you what, and he like pulls out a little pouch and he's like, let's trade, and kind of holds out
okay.
like a pinch of a pipe's worth, I guess you could say.
Okay. And I just open my pouch and I let him dig into it.
And he gets roughly same amount from you that he presented to you. And he
I take the pipe and I knock it on the deck to empty it, and I put that little thistleweed in it.
He slaps his pipe on his hand, clears out what he was smoking, and throws in the old Barrows High. And
I look at him, and I put the fire next to the pipe, and I look at him. I look at the ocean. I look at him, and I take a little puff of thistleweed.
he also lights up his and takes a big puff.
Damn!
The thistleweed, I would say, is not as I would akin thistleweed probably to more like tobacco.
Mhm.
And then Barrows High is more akin to the ganj, I would say. A little more floaty feely, but there's still
And just as he takes his puff, and I'm saying, go slow on that. It's kind of.
He's like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not doing shit
Oh.
anyway. And he just takes another big puff of it. He's puffing on the pipe and.
Okay. I kind of kneel down and rest myself on some random barrel that was probably around the docks, or some little
sure.
docks. And I introduce Miss Lowe next to me. This is my companion, Miss Lowe, my companion of travel.
Good day.
He turns and he was like, oh, I was about to say congratulations. But
I wish, but unfortunately it's not like that.
he's like, hello. And he kind of like nods.
Good day, sir.
And
My companion and I
Samlin's like, oh, you're just gonna fucking forget about me, huh, motherfucker? And he goes, I'm Samlin.
actually Actually, I was not. It's just that I had a different way of introducing it. But since you mentioned it, and this is Samlin,
Hello.
our
Hello.
resident Earth manipulator, which is kind of rare here, but maybe of use.
Someone's like, wow, nice to know. Maybe I'm useful.
No, I mean, have you noticed?
Whatever,
there-
ass.
there
Just
ain't a
talk
lot
to
of
the
Earth around
talk to
us.
the guy. Stop talking to me.
Oh,
Sam will just kind of like walks away. The old guy kind of chuckles and takes another puff of the pipe. He's like, man, this is some good shit.
I told you to go slow.
But he's like, what
I do
brings
have-
you? What
I-
brings y'all into town? You said you were new here.
Yeah, we are on our way to Keelong, but we stopped here and wanted to have engage with the local life, see what it's like out there, what y'all are doing. It's a very foreign environment to me.
Mm.
I'm not sure that you've seen a lot of clanks around.
I mean, they come through. Coming from
Okay.
coming from Iliot's tower, Sometimes they travel through. They get assigned a lot to. They get hired a lot for. Guard details for. Any kind of travel from the capital of Barrow.
We've heard about the fishing industry and apparently there are some ruins beneath the waters.
Yep. There are.
What kind of ruins? Like, what is it?
Well,
I've heard people upstairs, I mean up levels, that it was a lucrative industry.
yeah.
what is this?
There's risk involved. There, savage sharks, and there's eels and sirens and all sorts of manner of things that can make it hard for you to get down there. But they're the ruins closest to the city. They're picked clean for the most part, but people still venture out. Over, it's been 220 years almost that it happened. Once there was a city here, and in a last-ditch effort to reclaim some land, the dynasty sent forth an army, and they basically wiped a large portion of the continent, off the map. And that's what the ruins are from. But yeah, if you're planning on going, it's not just get rich quick. It can be rough.
What kind of items, or what do people find down there? Like, what's the wildest thing you've heard people found down there?
I mean, just old stuff from things from like the Third Era and even before. The city that was here before stood for a long time.
Like artifacts and
Yeah, things along that.
memorabilia.
Right.
And those fetch for a price?
Oh yeah, absolutely. you know, Thistle Bridge, we have a pretty heavy emphasis on magics and stuff. So, you know, anything arcane in nature is absolutely.
I take a puff of the Thistle
Puffing the fuck.
exactly like that.
Um,
Okay. I have here with me. I see. Obviously, you're an adept, maybe a master at fishing. I've brought down with me some goods from up north of the continent. Some wood in particular. Maybe I would like to have your expertise on this wood. Do you think that it might be well suited for the line of business that you're in? Would you mind taking a look at it?
Sure. Well, I'm trying to fix something. Fuck. Oh, why? Fine. There we go. He takes the sample, because I assume you didn't bring the whole fucking thing with you.
Yeah, of course.
And he kind of looks at it and he's like, yeah, this, you know, this is some good quality stuff. It bet you a good price. I would check with, there's a place, you'll have to go back up, but it's called, it's called, we'll say the Rustic Rod.
Is that the name of as his dick?
But that's like a, you know, that's like a fishing supply store that sells like, they sell good stuff.
Is that where you supply yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I guess if you trust it, that means I can trust it.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
absolutely.
And how do you like the Barrow's High?
Oh, it's excellent. A little stronger than
Excellent.
what I'm used to, but very nice.
Hey, look, I take a good chunk of it, like a few pipes worth of it, and I just put it into. I use my community trait, and I take from my bag a piece of linen. Okay.
Okay.
And I put the few pipes worth of it, and I tie it up with a little string, and I just give it to him. Say, yeah, that's for later.
And he's like,
Or-
oh well, I
Okay.
appreciate it.
You,
You know,
it's all good.
did you want some of mine or?
No, it's okay. I assume I can find some. Maybe you have a supplier. Wait, what kind of?
He's like, oh yeah, you know, most general, like a lot of general stores around here have it. It's
Okay.
No,
it's just a gift, like for you.
thank you.
You're probably not gonna come by this.
Oh no, I've never
for-
come by it before. That's for sure.
Well then, you know, that's a little gift for you helping us out.
Well, I appreciate it. You know.
Yeah, no problem. Alright. You have a good day. Don't smoke too much of that.
He's like, don't worry, I don't know. Maybe I should go lay down. He's starting
You
to
have a
look
few
kinda
routes to take care of here.
funny. But with that, y'all can you know, make your way back up to the top. Where are you going? What you doing?
Rustic Rod.
Rustic Ride. So you, following the directions given by the old man, you make your way back up. And this time you're walking down past where Tuglow, where you had come up to go to the Airbnb y'all were staying at. You kept going down, probably for another quarter-ish mile, and you arrive at the rustic rod. As you come in, there is a ribbit female that is kind of, sat behind the counter with her, feet propped up, her froggy feet popped up on the counter. Stop drooling, Kenny.
Bruh.
Man said Fritos? What? But as you come in, she kind of looks up and she's like, "Oh, wow, welcome. What are we in the need for today?"
A ribbit like a Yabatu. Hello, lady.
Hello.
So, if you would do me the honors.
Hello. Me and my companions here we were recommended the rustic rod to find some very high quality fishing gear. And I was maybe hoping we could do some potential business with you.
What kind of business?
Well, and I'm gonna pull out the sample piece of wood. This here is just a small sample of some wood that we have from the northern part of the continent, from
Okay.
Oaken.
Hmm.
And it's very, very high quality wood. And we were looking to see if you think this may make some good potential fishing rods, or maybe you have something else in mind.
She takes it and like kind of looks it over, and she's like bending it, and she's like, yeah, I think they would make fantastic rods, absolutely. How many did you have?
Well, we have 10 planks, but they're on our cart, so we'd have to go get them for you.
Okay. How much did Az pay for all the wood?
120.
100 and yeah.
So well, yeah, I'll say she's like, well, if you have 9 more of these, I'd happily give you, 200 gold for 10, for 10 of these woods.
Now, this is I would say some of the finer wood from Oaken. Would you maybe be willing to do 220?
Make a presence roll.
And I'm gonna get advantage from my highborn.
Okay.
Holy shit!
The bad?
30 with hope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the highest I've ever rolled
he's
on
like,
that. I'm
what?
not gonna lie.
Just take a chest. No. Not really.
You do 250? Oh, did you?
But
Oh,
she's
Lord.
like, oh yeah, well, if as long as you're being honest, I don't see why not. I could mark it up a little bit when we sell them, saying that they're imported or something like that. Sure, we can do 220.
Wonderful. We'll go get the planks of wood, and we'll be right back.
All right.
And what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Agatha.
Agatha. I am Tuglow, and this is my friend here, Az, and
Howdy.
my other friend
Oh.
here, Samlin.
Nice to meet you all. Someone's like, thanks for introducing me, Tuglow. I really appreciate it. Unlike some other motherfuckers.
Oh, never a problem, Samlin.
Too busy smoking that shit.
Miss Agatha, we will be back with the wood.
And so with that, you go and collect the wood, come back down, give it to her. She gives you 220 gold.
Well, just before the transaction, maybe she can, because either we sell the wood, get the money, or we sell part of the wood, and the other part serves to finance anything that we might need to go diving. I'm not sure about that. No, that's just fishing. I mean, she probably knows about the ruin diving situation. Never mind. Let's just.
You can,
I'm just
you
gonna
can
mark
ask
the-
if you want to.
Yeah, we're gonna ask, but it doesn't need to be part of the money scheme.
Okay.
So okay, 220. Let's say how about 25%, Miss Lo,
For what?
for helping me sell the wood.
Whatever you think is fair. I wasn't really looking to make a profit. I just wanted to kind of practice up my.
I throw you 50 gold.
Okay, works for me.
I throw you 50 gold and I keep 117.
2, 4, 5. Works for me. I just wanted to practice my my craft before I got home to my family. I'd hate to disappoint them. I hate to disappoint them not being able to negotiate properly.
What we doing? I was on note for a second.
What is it that you may want to do?
Like, you already saw the wood. Did you ask? Are you asking about diving stuff or what?
Oh yeah. Could you point us out to who's organizing those ruins dives that we've heard tales of?
Like, you can really just do it, and then typically you need some kind of way to combat the fact that you're underwater, and which there are.
That's a big dive. How are you supposed to breathe?
I mean, unless you have some innate ability to breathe underwater, most people go with some kind of, enchanted item that maybe gives them that ability.
That's gonna have
Breathe
to cost a
underwater?
lot.
Generally, yes, it is. It's, kind of like an investment that, people around here, you have to invest a lot, but sometimes you can end up rich. Not for me, though.
How about some rental companies? I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are trying this. There must be some place where you can just rent one of those.
Stuff like that is too valuable to just rent out to people.
Too valuable? What kind of money are we talking about to
Well, I
have one
mean-
of those trinkets?
They may steal it.
And yeah, and she's like, yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, probably maybe 1,000 gold. they're quite, it's quite a valuable thing to simply defy the law of nature and not need air to breathe.
Yeah, that got me.
You ain't kidding.
That is kind of a crazy feat to be able to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But I mean, there are shops where you can find stuff like that easy.
Be slow. It's up to you. I've concluded my business. If you have anything you want to do, or
Me personally, I'm interested in either, say, if there's a kind of like a guild, like headquarter type deal, to maybe see if there's anything to help out around for Thistlebridge, whether it be, fighting something, fishing for some, whatever.
diving for something. Maybe they have
Right.
ruins.
Maybe that. If there's nothing like that, then I would definitely, before we leave, actually, I do want to visit the. I wrote the name of it down. The Sea Scrolls and the Mirage
Athenium.
Athenium. Thank you. Before we leave, so
Okay.
we could go look for if there's a guild headquarter type deal, and see if
Sure.
there's maybe an adventure board, per se.
You ask around, and there really isn't any kind of job board or guild presence. Beside maybe like a fisherman's guild. That's more like a fisherman's union kind of thing, But that's just dudes collective bargaining for fishing stuff, Try to make sure nobody's screwing anybody out of undercutting prices,
Right.
That's the closest thing to a guild in West Tower. This will be.
Okay. What's
but
on the east side?
Asking around, the east side, I would say there's none of that, nothing like that in the east tower either.
Okay.
Which I mean, it takes a whole day travel to get to East Tower.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
It's essentially like you travel for miles, and then there's West Tower, and then you travel for miles, and there's East Tower, and then you travel for miles, and you're back onto land.
Okay. Word. I'd like to go to the Sea Scrolls then. That's just me, since there's no
Okay.
guild presence per se.
Sounds good.
I want to go hit that up.
All right. So, you find, you ask around, and someone points you in the direction of the Sea Scrolls. It is on the top level. It's on the top level, and it's actually back from, towards the side you came in on, more towards the west side. And, you find the business, you come in. As you go in, it's a smaller building lined with, stone bookshelves. And it's just filled with all sorts of, books. There's places for scrolls, and there is you come in and there is a man over in the corner, kind of at a small desk in the corner reading, and he's like, "Oh, if you need help, let me know."
Yeah. I'd love some help. I'm an adventurer, a traveler, passing through Thistlebridge, and I'd love to know, do y'all have any books on a couple different topics? What was your name by chance?
Seth.
Seth. My name is Tuglow. Very nice to meet you.
You as well. Tug.
I was hoping to see if you had books on maybe whether it be the Order, if you have books on ancient relics, if you have books on magic, of just varying sorts.
That sounds a little extra there. Sorry. He says we have books. I'm not sure what you mean by the Order, but we do have plenty of books on, like the local lore. We have a few reprints of books, that were recovered from the ruins of Akalpas. What else? What else did you ask about?
The Order, any on magics, maybe that Antirian may have written of, or
he's nothing by Antiri. Nothing from Master Pormog as far as I know. There are some, there's some older scrolls and things like that, like in the locked cases over there from, that have been recovered, from the ruins, which those are, typically, unless I've seen you a couple times, I don't really allow people to rifle through those. But you're more than welcome to look around and see if anything catches your eye. And
I would like to make a prayer.
okay, is that like an ability, or are you just
No.
praying in the middle of the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask for guidance through these unfathomable number of pages.
Make what are you hoping to accomplish?
I'm
Like, are you
doing
looking for,
prayers
like,
so that
Guidance,
Miss Lowe's hand will
or-
be guided towards what she's looking for.
Okay. Make a you know what? If you'd like to, you can spend a hope to assist Tuglow. If that's kind of like what you're wanting to do.
That's kind of what I wanted to do, yes.
Okay, so if you want to spend your hope, Tuglow, you can make a... Let it be instinct.
Did you say that there wasn't really much about any artifacts? Maybe
As far as
ancient
artifacts go, there's like there's like some books on, he tells you there's books on artifacts and things like that. But the coverage varies because I mean, artifact literally an old plate is an artifact if you think about it.
Okay.
Now, if you're asking about specifically like the artifacts that
we're looking for,
right, you would have to specifically ask about those.
Okay.
And like Emeris, I think had mentioned that it's not exactly common knowledge for some of this stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Let me do that roll.
Instinct, and you get advantage.
Yes, sir. 24 with hope.
24 with hope. So as like you kind of begin to focus and reach out and hope that Tuglow finds some inspiration as to what to look at or look for. Tuglow, what do you want to find? What are you looking for specifically? What did you have in mind? Like, I hope this book is in there. You don't have to be like exact, but like, were you wanting lore for the area? Or are you wanting information on the stuff that might be down there?
Okay, so when you mentioned the ruins, okay, and then the thing that I thought of was maybe there is like a book area or like a bookstore that will have information on like the lore, the history, what potentially is like down, things of that nature would possibly come from that bookstore.
Okay,
That
so
was like what I first thought of.
as you look around, a book catches your eye.
Oh.
It is called The Fall of Ecalpus. And you go and you kind of pull it off the shelf and look, and it seems to be a book describing the city and area of land that once was there and how it fell as well.
That is fucking awesome. Hell yeah.
So he like he sees you looking at it and he's like, "Do you find something catch your eye?"
Yes, indeed. I found this book here, and I handed it to him. I think this is exactly what I was meant to find, and I was maybe hoping I could take it off of your hands.
Sure. That would be 10 gold.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
All right.
Do you have any
And-
magical items, sir?
I have some spells, in the scrolls back there. There's, some things in the, as close to a magical item as I have in here.
Well, Master Seth, you caught my attention. I was, I know you do say, people who frequent. And I kind of show the insignia from Emeris, maybe hoping to get some credibility. We are folk who try to help people everywhere we go. This is from Master of Port Fortune, Emeris, and I also come from Keelong. My family's serving the king there. Is there maybe any chance that you'd be willing to let us have a peek at the scrolls in the back?
Make a presence roll.
I pray again.
Just make a presence roll.
And my highborn will take account here, leveraging my reputation to get what I want.
Okay, I will say.
Oh.
To this person, your reputation doesn't mean a lot.
Oh. Okay.
So, I would ask
Okay.
that it not be used on this one.
Okay.
Because, like, you know, the guard mentioned that the sigil, the insignia, doesn't hold a lot of weight.
Okay. Okay.
And then also, you know, you're not in Keelong, so it's like, you know, if you're in
Right.
Keelong, you're like, well, my dad works in the government, you know, like,
Yeah.
it matters there. But here it doesn't
Right.
matter as much.
Right.
So just make that straight roll.
15 with hope.
15 with hope.
17 with my die.
You do
17. I had my prayer die to his roll.
you do take the hope. But he looks and he's like, look, I'm sure you're nice people, but I have my reasons for doing things the way I do them. Hope you understand. You know, in time, I'd be happy to show you, but not now, not today.
Yes, sir. Most understandable.
As he say this, I take out my, you know, as a kind of last resort, I take out my compass to kind of grab his attention, because it is a unfamiliar items. My compass that has been fixed, and I take it out of it and I just look at it, like I'm not really showing him, like I'm trying to disguise the fact that I'm looking at it, but I kind of show him in a scammy way, like, so, you know, maybe it grabs his attention, like.
Make a presence roll.
Great.
Okay.
Double 11.
Nice.
Damn, that's a high roll.
It catches his attention, and he looks at it. And I mean, he's seen a compass before. He's kind of wondering maybe why you're just looking at a compass randomly. But he doesn't really say much about it. He doesn't say anything.
Damn.
He just looks.
I open it and I look at the needle, and I just casually put it on the desk, opened.
And he just kind of
And then I
looks and he's
start
like, "What is?"
trifling.
He's like, "What is this?"
Oh, sorry. I didn't meant. I close it and I put it back in my pocket. Sorry, never mind, my good sir. Miss Lowe, would you do you need anything more from this place?
I do not, but if you are open again tomorrow, Master Seth, I think I'll be seeing you again tomorrow.
Sure, yeah. Stop by.
All right, I will do that. You have a great rest of your night.
You as
and,
well.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Good day to you, Master Seth.
Good day.
Oh,
Weird
yeah, let's
compass
go.
guy. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, let's take a break. I just realized it's
All right.
3 o'clock.
All right.
Sounds good.
You mute y'all. Turn the background. So, what just happened? Went to the bookstore. Wait, what's going on here? Hold up.
Hold up.
What? Point? No. Tuglow your HP bar, no.
What happened?
He got messed up.
Oh,
I think you died.
yeah. Okay, buddy.
I think you died. Nice. Did you change something on your character sheet?
Me?
Yeah. Where you, like, did you click it where you couldn't, it was unshareable or something?
I had my journal open and I had an entry that I was on, but I got out of that
Right,
entry.
that.
But any other thing, no.
Because it's like, I put the address in here. Put it in here. Paste. Okay. And it's just doing like a weird. Not pulling up your character sheet. Exit out of it. Hey, share. Go to your character sheet and share it in the Discord.
Like, it's in Daggerheart links.
No, do another one. I know the old ones. Oh, did you do a new one? Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, copy. If not, we'll just say the hell with it for now.
It looks like it's the same link, because I guess it's the same character sheet, question mark? I don't know.
Refresh. So weird, because like it's literally the same like thing is how I have as in Samlin's HP bar. It's literally like a web page that's just cropped down to your HP, and it auto refreshes every minute and a half.
I haven't changed anything on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have 5 hope now, I guess.
Woohoo.
That may be something
No,
different.
it literally, unless I just didn't know if maybe you were like messing with it, like the settings.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I didn't even know
viewing
there was a
permission, anyone with a link. Maybe if I do copy link this way, differently. And then if this doesn't work, I'll just hide it and just be a blank spot.
Okay.
Yep, that's the same. Alright, one more thing I can try real fast. Browser. I guess I can call it stat. There goes.
Is it working?
Well, I had to make a whole new one, but yeah,
Nice.
it ended up working.
I'm glad to see we cooking.
Yeah, it's just been OBS has been acting stupid.
I definitely agree with that.
$800-7-7. Excuse me. Almost there. 800-775. Alright, that's gotta be good enough. Remove.
Be gone, fuck.
Return to the abyss.
AKA them screets.
Okay. Wait, where's your... How many HP do you have?
7.
7.
7?
Seven HP, 6 stress.
Alright. Yeah, that'll do. Here we go. Alright, cool. Oh, back up. Back up. Alright. So, can you try not to break my shit, please?
It's okay. It was all a plot for me to sabotage 15 minutes so I could get my tenders.
Oh, shit!
And you know, it's been 13.
Oh,
so.
shit! The 5-head move, bro. Holy crap.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like, yeah, I really just turned it back on. Anyone with a link can view. Alright, cool.
It would be crazy if it started working as soon as I got back.
Right. Alright, so, you went to the bookstore. What else would y'all like to do? It's probably 3 to 4 p.m.
I mean, I can assist Mislo with the dive or Samlin if he wants to dive in, but me, I've just realized that I'm afraid of water. I don't want to dive in. I want to, but I cannot. I don't want to. It's my nemesis. I need to find some water-resistant coating.
Yeah, or maybe, I don't know if the ring, like, if there's any kind of, like, if the water breathing maybe works. I don't know. But,
I need to find an enchantment of water resistance
yeah.
for my whole body. Well,
What? What y'all want to do? Or is there anything else you'd like to do? This is a better way to put it. Before, you know.
Can I roll a die to see if I want to confront my fears about water and see if they are true or not?
Sure.
Like, it's part of my nature, but I don't know.
You know, there are other ways. Possibly. Are you just gonna like? Are you gonna roll the die and just jump in the water if you're not scared? Like, and then what?
No, it's more than of the nature of.
The way I see it,
I don't know
do you have to
if
breathe?
I have the courage.
Do you have to breathe?
I don't know.
That's a question for you. You can decide if Clanks breathe in this world.
Whoa, that's a big decision.
Well, like, you know, if not, then water breathing isn't really something you got to worry about. Whereas, like, you know, I like the idea of like a water resistance. Like, you know, if you found a way to acquire some of that, then you'd be fine.
Okay, I will say this. I will say something that you might find interesting. I breathe magically.
Okay.
So not physically, but the same way somebody might be choked because they don't have air, I can also be choked through magic.
Okay.
I would say. Like a I wouldn't know actually.
Basically, if you want to say you don't breathe, then we would probably be more heavy into the water as a bad thing. The fuck? Where'd you go? Oh shit, you were eating.
I'm here.
You've been down.
No.
You've been down to like your.
No. It's just because
or
if I
you
don't
say,
breathe, I
like,
cannot play the flute.
I mean, you can generate wind, but like, do you
How?
Do you have to? I don't know. How do you breathe magically? Exactly. It's fucking, you know. You have a diaphragm that can move air for the purpose of doing things that require air.
Okay, then I do breathe.
But is it like is it necessary?
But I can withhold my breath. No, it's not necessary.
Right.
I can
It's like
probably not breathe for very long periods of time.
literally all I can think of
Like, I
is
don't know.
vampires in Twilight. Because, like, you know, there's a point, if I remember right, where they're like, yeah, we have to, you know, I have to pretend to breathe all the time. I was like, huh? That'd be
Oh yeah,
fucking
because
crazy.
so that they look like they're fitting in.
Right, so they look like they're alive.
Yeah.
But it's like, it has more purpose than just, like, pretending to do it to, you know, if you wanted
Okay,
to.
I say that
If you wanted to
I need
start
to
a
breathe.
fire, you could generate wind from your mouth, you know.
yes. I need to breathe, but I don't need to breathe like humans. I only need to take a few breaths every
Well, here's this. Here's
like a
this.
whale.
Well, I would say probably, I mean, yeah, that's okay too, I guess. How long can a whale
Well,
hold
here-
their breath? Here, go ahead.
Here's my thing. If you don't breathe, how are you smoking?
Oh shit. Well, no, that's literally like I was saying, you can have the mechanisms for breathing for the purpose of doing things that require breathing. Just like a vampire could smoke the kush, but they don't have to be
Right.
breathing. Actually, they could rip that shit because they don't need oxygen.
Holy fuck, dude! They
As
you know.
Az could actually be over there turbo smoking if he wanted to.
Yeah, but I do feel the effect of it. So there's something mad. There's something within me that
Yeah,
says
I mean, we
you need to
don't
breathe.
have to work out the biology of it. It's fantasy. You know, it's just a
Yeah.
simple question of essentially, can you go underwater for a long period of time without breathing? If you want to be
Yes.
whale-like, that's fine with me, but essentially
What
the
I like
answer is yes.
fair to me.
Well, no, it's not a fairness thing because I'm gonna treat it like you can breathe underwater, or that it's literally not a non-necessity. But that also carries into like if you get trapped under the earth, you know, if you get covered in a bunch of soil, you wouldn't suffocate.
Not immediately.
But
Well,
you know,
that would also make sense.
sand getting in your gears, not gear, you know, sand getting in your joints and things like that might be worse for you than a human.
Yes.
And then like with water, if you want to say, yeah, I can breathe underwater, then like you said, maybe you need to be finding, instead of a water breathing enchanted thing, you should be finding a water resistance thing.
Yeah. Maybe I just need to accept the fact that I'm just gonna hold the rope to pull Mislo and Samlin out of the water if there is a problem.
Or maybe you just don't need to not be a little bitch and just get in. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are you? Are you?
Yeah, actually.
Maris.
Take a joke, old man. Did they even have those invented
What?
back in your day?
Shut the fuck up. Shut
Jokes?
We about to dive to go fetch the artifacts from the people of my era. What do you mean?
Literally.
Maybe we can find a sense of humor for you while we down there.
As y'all are sitting around in a tavern, it's probably dinner time at this point. You eating chicken tendies and whatnot.
Hallelujah.
He's too busy eating chicken tenders.
I'm learning.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. As you're sitting there, one of the someone in the same garb as the people you had talked to when you first came in, the city guard, comes in and walks over to you and is like, Master Pormog wishes to speak with you immediately. If you are able and have the time.
I am at his service.
Well,
I grabbed Mislo, who's eating her chickens. Time to go. It's like, no. Yes. Yes. I grabbed Samlin by the other hand. Put your banana down. Come on, let's go.
And Salem's like, that's racist.
You ain't racist.
So y'all follow the guard as he leads you to the tower. You enter, and Tuglow has her last chicken tender, like trying to eat it. You go into that main area, and you go to one of the openings, and you begin to climb stairs. You kind of pass several floors, until you reach a point. Excuse me. Maybe 6 or 7 floors up. You reach a point where you stop and you're led through the door into a large like office space, I guess you could say. And as you come in, it's well decorated, but still to the mood of the reclaimed like stone and, you know, the nature growing in. As a, what race is this guy?
Man, it said like 6 flights of stairs. I'm definitely glad I brought that tender for the road.
Gosh.
That's a big ass tender if you haven't finished it by now. There's a small ass mouth. I don't know.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Let's see.
Man, I hate this shit.
Let's have him be a.
Amen. Oh, fairy. Imagine it's a fairy.
He's Galapa, one of the horse people. What the fuck? He's one of the one of the turtle people. And he's kind of sitting at the desk, in some like, excuse me, like earthen color robes, like brown and green. There's like a large staff with like a super knotted branch on the end, like sitting next to him. And as you come in, you're let in, and the guards, like, you know, leave and close the door behind you. And he kind of stands up, and he looks like he's up there in age. Not super old, but older for sure. And he's just he's like, welcome. I heard you had news for me, or just wished to seek counsel for the goings on in the Confederacy right now.
It is a pleasure and an honor to meet you, Master Portmore.
Thank you. What are your names?
Here is Miss Lowe of Keelong from the Low family.
The Lowlife
Damn.
family. Nice.
God damn.
Low family. Here is Samlin from the Quietlands.
Yep.
No,
He's from Terra. This the village name.
Okay. But is it in the It's in the Quietlands.
It is in the
right?
Quietlands, kind of, yeah.
So Terra from Terra in the Quietlands, and I myself from Iliad's Tower, and most recently Barrow's Outpost. We were dispatched by Lady Imaris to inquire about certain artifacts that may or may not help in our endeavor against an individual or a group of individuals.
Well, what are you looking for?
First question. No. Do you know anything about the immobilizing spell that Jasper casted on us? He there was quite literally nothing we could do. We could not move, we couldn't act. And Amaris kind of told us to ask you, if you would know anything of a spell of this capability.
He's like, you know, there's with magic, you know, the possibilities are endless. Do I specifically know of one? I mean, I can achieve similar things through different means, which I don't know the means of by which he did it, but you know, immobilizing people is, you know, it's not impossible.
Would you be able to cast such a spell?
Or even teach us?
No.
Would
Had to
you
try.
be able to tell us
Hold on.
the amount of experience that someone would need to put into such a massive immobilizing spell?
Why are y'all asking questions about this?
Because I have it in my notes that I was supposed to ask him. Yeah. Yeah. Got him.
Bro, whatever you interpret and put in your notes don't mean shit.
Well, you asked why, so I'm telling you why.
Cracker.
Little hey Nez.
I'm trying to find the fucking. Yeah.
Trying to find a way to beat this motherfucker.
I'm just trying to find
That's why.
spells. Y'all are asking for spells that immobilize people. Filter.
Well, I'm just asking because Miss Lowe is asking. She's the keeper of notes. I am just a clank.
To the keeper of what? Did you say
Keeper of
nukes?
notes. No,
Notes. Notes. Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Bless.
All right, cool. They say, like, you know, I'm not sure, like, exactly how he did it, but they reach out and does a what? Who asked the question?
I did.
You did. What's your evasion?
10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
So he reaches out and bonds shoot out from his hand, and you are restrained. And then he's not going to do any of the extra stuff to you. But as he does that and you're restrained, you know, you're like, can't move from where you are.
Mhm.
He's like, this is,
speak?
you know, this is, yeah, she can speak. He's like, this is, you know, a very simple thing to do. So something of a much higher class could possibly, you know, there are some mages that can stop time. So
Yeah. Okay.
What about teleportation? Is that something common also?
not like super common, but you know, anything is something you need to understand is anything is possible. Just matters the level of the user. I didn't mean it like that, but literally. Literally.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, to matters more on topic. I don't know how much Amaris, or if you've even gotten a chance to speak with her, but she sent us on a quest to collect artifacts, and in her basically when she was captured,
Excuse me.
she told Jasper to go to the wildlands to the southwest
Mm-hmm.
to find artifacts from the Lost Era. She told us to head to Keelong to find gauntlets, or to find artifacts, some gauntlets, a scepter, and a plate.
A plate. It's just a dinner plate.
More specifically, element.
Is
The elemental, that should be the elemental gauntlet, the scepter of Emeth,
Emis, and then Izmir's
plate.
So that's currently the quest that we're on, and we're trying to see if you have maybe any updated or relevant information towards those artifacts. Do you know where any of them are? Have they been found?
I'm not familiar with the locations of many. I'm aware of the locations of those you've named. Who this Jasper fellow? Amaris spoke briefly about him. You know, more cautionary than anything. What what's his deal?
So above Jasper is a fella named Z, and he's the ringleader of. He's the one that's kind of pulling the strings. Jasper was the one who basically beat up Amaris, and he was the one who led the kind of raid almost on Port Fortune that happened relatively recently.
Right.
A group called Zenith.
Right. He was a bad motherfucker. He basically told us that we need to watch ourselves, and you know, if we were to cross paths with him again, he basically had the power to just kind of end us. That we were basically just toilet paper to him.
Old TP.
And not just to us, but even Miss Emerith was, even though she's a very powerful sorceress, she was completely overwhelmed.
Hmm. Well,
This is
yeah, he
a
must
very
be.
dire situation.
He must be pretty strong. Because Amira says she's quite talented.
Mhm.
Granted, anybody can be caught off guard. Have you had to deal with, like, are you being sued, or is
Yes.
it you are?
Recently,
Yeah.
before arriving on Thistle Bridge, we were ambushed or tailed by a demon called Vrolk, Vrolk,
Starting the car up.
a a mortal hunter.
Hmm.
He was sent from the realm of Zedix to find us.
And his eyes get kind of wide. And he's like, "Oh, so this is deep stuff."
Mhm.
She had,
Unfortunately, so
yeah.
we have no idea how he is able to track us.
Well, it's unfortunately, it can be very easy to check in on someone if you know uh their face, or if you know something about them.
Mhm.
It's actually not too hard. Um, well,
But he said that one that demon told us that under under our restraint, he admitted that there was ways to disguise one's presence to demons. And
um,
so, if you have any, uh,
yeah,
if you have
there are
any
there are
ideas,
ways. Hmm. And he kind of like sits back and thinks for a moment. He's like, "Tell you what, I need a favor. In return for this favor, I would be happy to equip you with something that will deter the sight of others. Uh, it would essentially make it where people couldn't peek in on you.
Mm.
The task, though, would be somewhat dangerous. To the north, we have found. I have received word of an expected relic of some kind within an underground temple. None of my men have been able to get in, as most are simply scared to. The first that went in did not make it back. I know for a fact that there are eels within. That is also an area where sirens and sharks roam. So, essentially, what we would do is equip you to delve into the deep, and if you would enter this underground area and retrieve the artifacts from within, we could I'd be happy to give you a means to hide yourself from magic sight, and of course a little bit of gold as well. And as a bonus, since what you're doing is work for the whole everybody in the end, you can also keep the means by which you can breathe under the water.
Yo, that's crazy.
So, that is my proposition to you. If you don't wish to do that, you are still welcome to stay in Thistle Bridge and do whatever you need to do while you're here. You know, I won't hold it against you for declining. But I also can't just give over important items, you know, to just anybody. I need a little work for the, you know, to give you something like this.
I cannot do such a thing without protecting myself from the effect of the water on my pristine metal skin.
He's like, oh,
And I don't know the means to do anything.
I can take care of that for you.
Ooh, he said he got it
We
like
would,
that. Okay, you.
Yeah, we've had clinks come through before. You're getting their taste of adventure in the world, and things have been developed to help with the obvious disadvantage of being in the water.
Well, I guess that's good enough for me then.
Master Pormog, do you know of Master Seth, who works at the Sea Scrolls?
I believe so. Might have run into him once or twice.
Okay. I don't suppose you may know what his scrolls are that he keeps
No,
private?
I'm not familiar.
Okay.
I didn't know he had scrolls. Maybe I should
Okay.
go see at some point.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm if my company here also agrees to it, I feel like it may be much more difficult for me, but I would definitely accept this quest.
Man's like, press F
gladly
to
accept as
accept
well.
quest. Samlin's like, yeah, I know I haven't said anything today, but I'd be down. It's whatever y'all want to
Well-
do.
As
Yes.
is the faith in your god stronger than your fear of the water?
I guess we'll let him roll next week and find out.
Bum, bum, bum.
But so with that, I guess y'all, you know, kind of set, you know, accept, like, you know, yeah, you'll do it. And with that, he's like, all right, well, it's getting late now, so it'd probably be best if you got to start on it, you know, in the morning tomorrow, when the sun, you know, let the sun come up a little bit, and
Let's do that.
report back here, and we'll get you equipped.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. And we'll stop there for tonight.